Some 200,000 doses of the Russian Sputnik vaccines purchased by the government of Guyana in early June 2021 were not directly from the Gamaleya National Center of Epidemiology and Microbiology in Russia, where it's being produced. Transactions were instead made with a secondary source from a middleman. As far as Shadow Minister of Health, Dr. Karen Cummings, is concerned, 2 months later, the air has still not been satisfactorily cleared on the issue.
We're still awaiting response from the minister because we recognize it was done through not the Gamaleya Institute in Russia itself. It went through a middleman, and this middleman had shady character, money laundering and so forth.
She lamented the extremely high price which was paid to the secondary source for the jabs, which resulted in a $600 million excess being spent to acquire the Russian-made Sputnik V vaccine. Proffering that a number of questions are still unanswered regarding the acquisition of the controversial batch of vaccines, she advised the public to take vaccines such as the Oxford AstraZeneca and the Chinese Sinovac.
Since we don't know the middleman, how it was transported, the potency of the drug, was it still effective? We didn't have those, we didn't get those answers. And so that's where, what we are promoting now is that you take the WHO approved vaccines, so the AstraZeneca and the Sinopharm, those that would have been approved.
Following criticisms regarding the sourcing of the vaccines, in June, the health minister had informed that the government had approached the manufacturers of the Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and several other countries to procure the vaccines. However, the manufacturers indicated that they were unable to supply Guyana at the time. The Russian Direct Investment Fund was approached, but the government was directed to a supplier from the United Arab Emirates, UAE. Minister Anthony said that it was after arrangements to purchase Sputnik V were concluded and an evaluation done that the government took steps to procure doses of Sinopharm. The ministry subsequently released a letter from Mr. Alexander Krystyakov, the Director General of the Russian Direct Investment Fund, confirming the authenticity of the Sputnik V vaccine in Guyana. The ministry also noted that the vaccines were approved safe for usage by the Government Analysis, Food and Drug Department in Guyana, a scenario that Dr. Cummings alleges could have been a collision.
The ministry was saying that the food and drug, our Guyana food and drug, more or less gave the go-ahead. I am not too sure. I mean, you can be biased because you're in government. We needed the food. We needed to say that these Sputnik V are reputable, from reputable sources, not from Guyana itself, but from other sources.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Alana Nadir.